I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
Hey, so it's Joe from the future, and I just wanted to put a little disclaimer at the start of this video because this video did not go the way that I thought it was gonna go, and I really need your help. So you'll see at the end of this video, I did a comparison of my actual earnings for the day versus the earnings of all the offers I declined. A hypothetical, had I taken these offers, what would I have made with the high mileage and whatnot. So it didn't turn out how I thought. So I had myself thinking, am I doing this all wrong? Am I cherry picking wrong? Am I not picking the right orders? I don't know. And you know, I used to go really in depth of my earnings at the end of every video, and then I kind of stopped doing that. But watching channels like More Finance and the Long Island Dash Experience, who do great breakdowns at the end of their videos, I wanted to get back into doing that on my own videos, but I don't really like what I saw. So if you guys can watch to the end and see the comparisons, and please let me know, am I missing something? Did I do something wrong with my calculations? Do you guys go this deep down into your numbers to look and see what your earnings were, what your expenses were, your deductions, and so on and so forth? So please, I need your help. I want your opinion. I want your advice. I want to know what you guys do. I just want to know your opinion. So please, watch this video with an open mind. I realize that it didn't go as I planned, so I don't know, but just watch to the end, and thank you guys in advance. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a rainy, cold day, and I will always prefer this over the heat. But how's this for jumping right into a video? I just picked up my first order. It's 5 o'clock. It was Panera, and I just got this one, an add-on, $6 for 1.7 miles from Panera. And it actually is on the way to the first pickup. So now I think the payout's going to be a little over $12 for about 2 miles or 3 miles of work. So we're going to go pick this up, and this is a great start to a rainy Friday night. One of my new favorite tools to keep in mind when selecting orders is the fuel cost calculator, especially because I have an older car and because of the rising gas prices. I find it interesting to see how much each delivery will cost me, so to speak. In this case, the 4.4 miles will cost me 78 cents, reducing my profit to $11.89 just from the gas expense alone, not even including taxes here. Okay, it's not that big of a deal, but it's 5:02 right now, and you know, the first order says pick up by 5:18, the second order says pick up by 5:25. So Doordash, why are you sending orders out so early? I mean, I guess I'll sit here in the rain for a little bit before I go in, but you know, usually I take that to my advantage and will use the restroom and whatnot and take my time, but I don't have to go to the bathroom right now, so little TMI, sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm grateful for these nice orders and that, you know, it's a stacked order that actually makes sense, but you know, the timing issue. So it might be ready. I'm just gonna give it a couple minutes though before I go in, so I don't get aggravated if it's not ready when I do go in. Okay, so it's 5:13 and I'm back in the car. Both orders are ready. There were 2 drinks with no drink holder, so I had to ask for one, but luckily I brought in my big black catering bag because it's pouring rain and I didn't want the paper bags to fall apart. So everything fit perfectly, and on the way we go to the first drop-off. customer number 1 met me at the door, and that drop-off ended up paying out $9.80. So I appreciate the hidden tip. Thank you, Doordash. I'm 4 minutes away from the second drop-off. It is 5:28 so far, so I've been with this order, this double stack, for about 30 minutes so far. So we'll see what the final payout is and if it was worth it in this rain. All right, let's see what the payout was here. Confirm. 667. All right, so I'll take a screenshot. It is 5:35 and I made $16.47 in 35 minutes. So from accepting the order till dropping it off, 35 minutes total. That's not bad, because if I can double this, you know, that would be $32 an hour. So let's see what else we can get here. All right, I just deleted on Uber Eats. It was like $10.86, I think, for going over 10 miles. So sure, I could have taken that and made, you know, over 10 bucks, but to drive 10 miles in the rain and then drive 10 miles back to my zone, not worth it. So, you know, that's $10 for a 20-mile round trip? No. So yes, I can make money, but you got to do it smart, because at the end of the night, when you know, account for taxes and mileage and gas and wear and tear, you're not really making much. So I'm not going to be paying Uber Eats and Doordash to drop off food, you know what I mean? Breaking down this declined offer a bit further, it would have cost me $1.88 in gas to deliver this order, bringing my earnings down to $8.94. Had I taken the order, I run the risk of getting nothing else after the drop-off was completed. So let's say that nothing else did come through. I would wait maybe 10-15 minutes for an order, and then eventually head back to my hotspot, which would have been 10.6 miles back, making this order turn into 21.2 miles round trip. That would have cost me $3.76 in gas, reducing my earnings then down to $7.06. Again, this is only deducting gas costs and not even accounting for taxes. Update time, it is 6:02. Can you see that? Can you see that? And nothing else has come through. The Uber Eats, the $10 one came through. The traffic is awful tonight. It is pouring rain, and everything's taking almost double the time. Because the traffic's so bad, I'm sitting through 2 to 3 red lights per intersection. So, is tonight the most ideal night to be out delivering? On one hand, yes, because it's raining and you hope that tons of people are staying in and ordering, and that the tips will be better. But for some reason, something's not adding up. The parking lots are full, there's a lot of traffic, so people are still going out because it's Friday night. I don't know. I'm tired of trying to figure it out anymore. The rhyme or reason to making money on the gig apps. Alright, I just took a screen recording of, if you can see the Doordash. Look at that. I have never, even during tornado warnings and all that, I have never seen every single zone so red with peak pay. I currently have a $2 peak pay, and all this is telling me because nothing has come through. DoorDash is on, Uber Eats is on. It's so busy because guess what? No one's ordering, so no drivers are going to be wasting their time out here in the rain. And that's why they have no drivers out. Probably because all the drivers are tired of it being so slow and saying, not even the rain helps. So the drivers, I hope, are at home, dry and warm. because, you know, let it look like it's busy and that you can make money if you're out here, but I'm telling you, not here in my market. It is 6:22 and finally another offer came in on Uber Eats. So I've got I don't know why I always do this. I put the screenshots up. It's $16.34, going only 3.4 miles. One pickup is from Chipotle, and then right across the street from Poke Burrito, or is it Poke Burrito? So that's the kind of orders I'm looking for on a Friday night in the rain. So thank you to these tipping Uber Eats customers.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
Whew. Okay, both orders were ready, which was great, and they look to be about 3 blocks away from each other, which is awesome. I love when that happens. So the first drop off is 8 minutes away, 2.1 miles. It is currently 6:36. So it looks like we made around $16 the first hour, and we'll be making around $16 the second hour. Okay, which one of the pitch black homes with no lights on am I delivering to? Guess I'll have to pull it up in good old Google Maps to see what the house looks like. Okay, it is just after 7 o'clock. That double order took all of about 30 minutes because of the traffic and not being able to see either home because the blocks were pitch black, nobody left their lights on. So I had to Google map the address to make sure I was going to the right home and all that good stuff. So by the time I got back to my sweet spot of restaurants, here we are 30 minutes later. So as you can see, from 5 to 7 on a Friday night in the rain, I've made not even $40. So first hour, a little over $16. Second hour, a little over $16. I'm waiting for those tips to come in on Uber Eats for final numbers. But, you know, this isn't the most terrible, but we will have a final numbers breakdown, and we will go over some of the orders I declined and my personal reasons why. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're gonna go over my earnings from the evening. I really only took 2 orders, 4 if you want to consider 2 double stacked 4 separate orders. So here are the numbers for the night. So my total earnings were $33.51 for a total of 2 hours worked, and from the first order that I took all the way until getting home, the total miles driven were 11.74 miles. The hourly pay breaks down to $16.75 an hour, and I made $2.85 per mile, which sounds really good, doesn't it? But turns out maybe that's not such a good thing. My gas expense was $2.08. I figured this out using the fuel cost calculator, which is one of my new favorite tools that I love. And, you know, I'm in an older car. It averages 20 miles per gallon. The gas price at my current gas station is $3.55. So I plugged in the 1174 miles, the $3.55 price of gas, and then the 20 miles per gallon that my car averages. And that's how I got the gas expense of $2.08. My earnings after the gas expense totaled $31.43 and an hourly wage of $15.71, again with the gas taken out. Then when it comes to the tax deduction, so 56 cents per mile is what the state of Illinois says, and for me, the 56 cents times the 11.74 miles was $6.58. So I get to deduct this from my income. So my taxable income becomes $26.93. Now, if I save 30% of my taxable income for taxes at the end of the year, that would mean I would need to put aside about $8.07 for taxes from my taxable income earnings. So to find out my post-tax earnings, you take your original total of what you made and subtract the taxes owed, in this case $8.07. So my new earnings would be $25.44. So then, taking that total and subtracting the gas that I spent that evening, which was $2.08, my new total earnings was $23.39, which means I earned about $11.69 an hour. So after you figure the cost of gas and the taxes owed, instead of making $33.51, I made $23.39 for 2 hours of work. That's not so hot when you break it down that way. Okay, so this is where my mind got blown a little bit. So I declined a total of 5 offers this evening, and here they are on the screen. They were 1 Uber Eats offer and 4 Doordash offers. The reason I declined them was because of the high mileage. So we have the Uber Eats offer, $10.82 for 10.6 miles. We have a Doordash offer that was $13 for 7.1 miles, an offer for $8.51 going 5.9 miles, $17.25 for 13.3 miles, and then $16.75 for 10.8 miles. So that would have been a total earnings of $66.59, driving 57 miles. Now, again, the mileage is only from my location to the restaurant to the customer. So what I did to figure out the time that this would have taken me and the true miles, I went to Google Maps and entered in each of these offers as if I got them in order. So from my location to the restaurant to the customer's house, then from the customer's house to the new offer restaurant to their house, and so on. So I put in every restaurant address and every customer address. So I put in a route to see how long this would have actually taken me until I got home from the last customer drop-off. The total mileage was 76 miles, and it would have taken me 3.5 hours to complete. Now again, that 3.5 hours was drive time only, so I added an extra 30 minutes to the wait times, because finding parking at all 5 restaurants and walking into the restaurant, I'm sure not every single offer would have been ready, so I added a 30-minute padding for 5 different restaurant pickups. So 4 hours total, and I would have earned $66.59 driving 76 miles. And I thought to myself, there's no way. This is why I did not take these offers. The mileage was too high. My earnings would have been too low, until I broke everything down, okay? So again, here is my hypothetical night had I taken these 5 offers, how long it would have taken me, the miles, etc. So my total earnings would have been $66.33 for a total of 4 hours worked and a total of 76 miles driven until I got home. The hourly pay would have been $16.58, but my dollars per mile would have only been 87 cents per mile is what I would have been earning driving all those miles. The gas expense, again, going into the fuel cost calculator, 76 miles for $3.55 a gallon on my car that's averaging 20 miles per gallon would have cost $13.49. So while driving those 76 miles, it would have cost me $13.49 in gas, which would have dropped my total to $52.84, and my new hourly earnings would have been $13.21, so not too hot either. But this is where things got interesting. So, I know in my mind that the more miles you drive, the bigger deduction you get, but that doesn't account for the wear and tear on your car, your tires, and all that stuff. So the tax deduction was quite big. So 56 cents per mile times 76 miles is $43.32. So that is my deduction, which brings my taxable income to only $23.01, which means the taxes I owed would be only $6.90, which is nearly $2 less than the taxes I owed on my real earnings because I drove so many more miles. So my post-tax earnings, my $66.33 of earnings minus the tax, brings my new earnings to $59.43. And then my real true earnings, after taking out the tax and after taking out the cost of the gas, means my earnings would have only been $45.94, meaning I earned $11.48 an hour. Now, that surprises me because that's only about 20 cents less than what I actually earned with the orders that I did take, because I took high-paying, low-mileage offers where I declined very high mileage and decent, mediocre payouts. So I'm asking you guys, aside from not taking out the cost of car maintenance and wear and tear and tires and oil changes and stuff like that, which of course accumulates over time, I'm wondering, should I have taken these offers because I would have been able to write off more as a tax deduction? I'm just, comparing these, I really thought at the start of this video I was going to say, this is why I took these high payouts with low mileage versus these, 10, 11, 12, 13 mile offers. But if I can deduct more and get a possible refund at the end of the year or owe less at the end of the year, I don't know. I'm very surprised with these numbers, and I'll have the charts up side by side for you to see, did I miss something, or am I cherry picking in the wrong way? Am I being too picky, or am I being smart in the fact that I only put 11 miles on my car versus the 76 miles on the car? I'm looking at it that way too. I don't know. I really want to hear your guys' opinions on the charts that you see with the numbers of my actual earnings versus the earnings of the 5 offers I declined had I actually taken them. So I just don't know. Did I make the right decision in my acceptance offers versus my declined offers? Really, either way you look at this, they're both horrible. They're both below minimum wage in Illinois. I don't know what minimum wage is where you guys live, but either way you look at it, I'm not making minimum wage at the end of the day when you take out taxes and you take out your cost of gas. So I don't know, but this is definitely making me want to be much better at the end of every day, to go through my numbers this way to see how am I going to actually make money and how am I going to make above minimum wage. Because if this is the case, then why am I doing this at all? And I'm curious, I always see people in Facebook groups or Reddit threads, bragging about their earnings, like, oh, I made $1,500 today. Well, okay, but how many miles did you drive? How much, you got to take taxes out of that. So a lot of people always like to brag about their earnings, but the mileage, the wear and tear, the cost of the gas, because I know that keeps going up too. And $3.55, that's what it costs at my gas station right now, which could either sound really expensive to some of you or sound really cheap to some of you. For me, this is actually cheaper than it's been, which I'm grateful for, but you never know what's going to happen. So please let me know in the comments below, do you go this deep into your numbers? Are you surprised at the charts that I have here showing that it didn't really make a difference, that I cherry picked and maybe I should have taken the high mileage offers? I don't know. And for those of you who take out wear and tear expenses, how do you calculate that? Because I'd be curious to put that into these charts, and then maybe they would look better or look worse. I don't know, but I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say. So please sound off in the comments and let me know. Had a light failure there. I think my light was shocked at the amount of money that I'm not making. So yes, please let me know in the comments below, and I thank you guys so much for watching, and I thank you in advance for leaving all of your thoughts, advice, and opinions in the comments below. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.